welcome to Game Day with Greg. I'm Meg. That's Greg. We are here. It is bowl weekend.
The first weekend of bowl season. I'm excited.
I'm so excited. We have a few things to review from last week before we jump into the bowl games.
Yeah, let's talk Army-Navy.
Yes, Army beat Navy 17-11. End of the game. Navy has the ball. Score is 17-9. There's a few seconds left. They're at the 2-yard line, and they just cannot get the touchdown.
Yeah, I didn't like the play calling there. A guy tries to run it right up the gut. Army comes up with a big defensive stop. There's still a couple seconds on the clock.
The safety to end the game, making the score 17-11. And as far as betting goes, the over-under was 27.5, which makes the total 28.
A lot of people probably very angry. A lot of people probably...
Because they ran out of bounds.
Yeah.
Like, really didn't get tackled. Just ran right out of bounds.
Took the deliberate safety. It's a smart play in that situation, but if you had money on the under, you were pissed.
Yeah, I didn't, so I don't care. Moving on to the ending of the Bills versus Chiefs game on Sunday. Patrick Mahomes, not a happy man.
A little bit of a freak out there at the end.
A little over a minute left. Mahomes throws it to Kelsey. Kelsey runs. Bunch of guys right in front of him. He throws it back to Tony. Tony runs it in for a touchdown.
It was awesome.
It was the coolest thing I've seen in NFL. It doesn't count.
No. Why?
Which I'm sure everyone has already seen. But it doesn't count because there was a flag on the play. One of the guys did not line up correctly.
Tony was on the neutral zone, foot over the ball basically, and they threw the flag and called the play back.
Andy Reid complained. Patrick Mahomes complained a lot during the game, after the game, probably still today. No one on the Chiefs, though, ever said the call was not true.
Right.
They just were really mad that the refs called it.
Yeah, so it was more of a consistency thing because this has, players line up that close to the ball, on the line all the time. Usually they check, they look to the ref for, confirmation. I don't think he did it. I believe he did it. He was on the ball like that several other times during the game that they didn't. From what I've read.
Yeah, at least 3.
Yeah.
But, the refs called this penalty twice last season. So far this season, it's been called 11 times. I think the Chiefs should have been paying attention to this, just like every other team should be noticing what the refs are calling. And they should really have just looked at where they were standing.
Right. No, if there's a trend where the refs are starting to focus on something like that, you need to be aware of it. And in a situation like that, definitely check where you're at before the snap.
I think it was a good call. I understand why he's mad.
Yeah.
They're all mad. It was a really cool play.
It was a sweet play. And in his standing there, it didn't really affect the play.
But the flag was before that.
Yeah.
They didn't know it was going to be the coolest play of the season. They weren't like, I'm going to screw this one up, watch.
I feel bad for Kelsey because it's like, how many times you can get a chance to do that? And now that people know that is an option.
He'll do it again. It's fine. He'll be like, I got to do it again. Had to make it look cool. Whatever. He used to be a quarterback.
It's true.
It's all right. A little NBA news to switch things up here. We have Draymond Green being suspended indefinitely.
Yeah, did he do something aggressive?
Yeah, the NBA suspended him after he punched Nurkic in the face during the Warriors versus Sun game. This is like the second,
well, he choked a guy
third,
out.
fourth, fifth, sixth time that he's done something stupid, so I'm not surprised by him doing this. But I think this is the worst one by far.
Yeah,
Earlier in the season, he had the chokehold on Rudy Gobert. He's kicked and hit a bunch of people in between the legs. I mean, he's known for this. I think it should be like a 20-game suspension for sure.
Okay, I think that's fair. He obviously doesn't learn lessons from the whatever previous punishments he's had.
His last one was like a 5-game suspension that clearly did nothing. So I don't know. You got to go 20 or longer. I don't really care. I think he's dumb.
Anger management classes. Mandatory.
I think they're going to do that. I really think they're going to be like, he needs counseling. That's what the guy said that he punched in the face. He was like, this guy needs help.
Yeah. Well, no, it's a pattern, and he...
No one else is doing this consistently.
Not like him,
I mean, it was a full-on punch to the face. He said it was an accident. If you watch it in slow motion, there's no way.
No.
I think anyone who's played a sport has been shoved and fell. No one has ever done like a 360 punch to someone's face while falling.
Yeah.
So.
Not good.
I agree with the call on that one. Moving on, Pistons last night lost their 21st consecutive game. They're only 6 games away from breaking the NBA record for consecutive losses. So good for them.
Wait. Yeah.
Really impressive.
Is that going to be a home game? We should go to that if it is.
Yeah, I'll be there, courtside. At least we have the Lions here in Detroit. We have Giannis heated at the Pacers after he scored 64 points. And the Pacers took his game ball from him.
Why'd they do that?
Their rookie, Oscar Tshiebwe, scored his first NBA bucket.
Okay, so there's like a little bit of a reason for it.
Yeah, one of their assistant coaches after the game just grabbed the ball from the ref as soon as it was over. But, I mean, it was a heated game. A lot of fouls.
Yeah.
I don't know. Giannis, he got hit. His brother was charging the team. I don't know. A lot of anger in that one.
There was some intent, I think, for them to grab the ball and take it away from them.
Yeah, I think it was definitely like, we don't like these guys who are
sure.
taking the ball. But Giannis sprinted into the tunnel trying to get the ball from the other team. He had to be held back. He didn't end up getting the ball then. Later, they gave him a ball. In the press conference, he was like, I don't think this is the ball. I think they just gave me a ball because it feels nothing like the ball we played with all game.
Yeah.
I believe him. Probably not the ball.
Definitely not the ball.
But he has a ball. I don't know. It's pretty funny.
You know, it's a great story, and it's just, I like, those stories I think are great. You get a little more of that rivalry back, some, intense
The NBA
passion.
needs the rivalry. They need something.
They're too much, they're all
it's boring.
friends. Yeah.
It's not fun to watch, and they're all old.
I agree.
That's all I have for the recap. We're going to move on to this week's bowl games. How many bowl games are there, Greg?
There are
43?
43 total.
Yeah.
43 total bowl games. We are going to cover basically the first week. I think we're going to go Saturday to Thursday or Tuesday. Saturday to Tuesday, and then we're going to come back with another episode next week to dive in the rest of them because there are a ton between now and New Year's.
We're jumping into rapid fire.
Let's go.
Saturday, December 16th, Myrtle Beach Bowl, Georgia Southern versus Ohio.
Ohio is a 3.5 point underdog in this one. Georgia Southern's pretty good. They're 6-6. Ohio's 9-3. I am actually going to take the Bobcats here. Ohio to win outright. So I don't even need those points. Give me the Bobcats.
I'll agree.
I like that.
R&L, what's that?
RNL Carriers New Orleans Bowl. This is Jacksonville State versus Louisiana. Jacksonville State's 8-4. Louisiana is 6-6. Jacksonville State, first year in the FBS, they enter this game as a 2.5 point favorite. They've been a fun team to watch. Offensively, a lot of fun. Puts up some points. I'm going to take Jacksonville State in their first season to come away with a bowl victory.
Okay. I don't know. I'll agree with you.
Do it up.
Avocados for Mexico Cure Bowl.
That's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, I've heard of it before, definitely. Miami of Ohio versus Appalachian State.
Yes, this is a 6.5 point spread. App State is the favorite. Miami, Ohio won the MAC, knocking off Toledo recently.
In Detroit.
Yeah, they're a solid team. But they're kind of one-dimensional what they do. I'm going to take App State to get the victory here. 6.5 probably isn't enough. I can see this being a 10-point game. Give me App State.
I'm going to take Miami, Ohio,
All right.
for sure.
Fine.
I don't even know what this says. Is Letta New Mexico Bowl?
Yes, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Boise State.
Fresno State is what mine says.
Well,
Who is it?
That's where they're playing.
Oh.
I made that up too. It's not there. New Mexico State, 10-4. Good season for them. Fresno State's 8-4. And New Mexico State is a 3.5 point favorite. I like what New Mexico State's done. This Jerry Kill's team. They continue to win. Look impressive. Fresno State supposed to be really good this year. They were decent, kind of dropped some games they shouldn't have towards the end. Give me New Mexico State. Jerry Kill's my man. He gets it done.
I agree, 100% on that one. LA Bowl, UCLA versus Boise. There you go.
Yeah,
SoFi Stadium, Inglewood, California.
UCLA is a 4-point favorite in this one. These are getting kind of tough because Boise State's got some transfers. I believe their quarterback's in the portal, so we don't really know how this is what kind of team they're going to be fielding. Same with UCLA. Their freshman quarterback's in the portal. So, I don't know. Toss up here. 4 points is a decent amount. Boise State, in their last game with their new coach, looked pretty good. Give me Boise State.
I'll go UCLA.
Okay.
Again, I don't know what this even is. Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl?
Wow, how could you forget that?
Cal versus Texas Tech.
Yeah, both teams 6-6. Texas Tech is a 3-point favorite. Give me the Red Raiders. Texas Tech.
I'm going Cal.
Okay.
Monday, December 18th, the famous Toastery Bowl. Western
Yes.
Kentucky, Old Dominion.
Old Dominion is 2.5-point favorite. I'm not really sure why. Western Kentucky's a fun team. They always got decent quarterback play. Give me the Hilltoppers. I'll go Western Kentucky.
I'll disagree.
You're such
Old
a
Dominion.
The Freightline Shipping Company?
Yeah. Tuesday, December 19th, Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
UTSA versus Marshall.
Yes. UTSA is a 13-point favorite. Huge spread. I think it's too many points. UTSA was a very good team last year. Struggled out of the gate this year. Give me the Thundering Herd to get that cover. Go Marshall.
I'm going UTSA.
Okay. I'm actually excited to see who comes out ahead here.
Yeah.
Bring back that Meg was right segment.
I can't wait. It hasn't come back in a long time. Well, that's all I have for our rapid fire.
Yeah, so we'll knock out those bowl games, see how they play out over the next couple days, and then next week we'll come back with a preview show for the game starting Thursday, the 21st of December, going all the way through New Year's, and then we'll do a deeper dive into the group of 6 and the teams in the playoff.
We have a little bit of news in the transfer portal this week. Michigan State is getting a quarterback.
Yes, the number 1 quarterback in the portal. He was the backup at Oregon State this past season. A lot of hype surrounding him. Michigan State's got their guy, so he follows the coach over to Spartan Stadium, and expectations are already sky high. So that's good news for them. A couple other names in the portal are still bouncing around. We're gonna have tons of that when the dust settles over the next couple weeks. Fun time though. If you're a recruiting person, just to kind of refresh the Twitter feed and see.
It'll be a whole new season next year.
Yeah, it's fun.
Every team is going to be different.
Yeah, it's wild. And there was just a legal ruling now where before you could only transfer once to another school. And if you wanted to do it again, you had to be a graduate transfer to play immediately. Otherwise, you had to sit out a year. They just ruled through this next 14 weeks or 14 days, whatever it is for this period, that you can transfer a second time without being a graduate transfer and play immediately. So there might be an influx of people jumping ship after the bowl games.
I would think so. I didn't know that, but
Yeah.
that is exciting news.
It is wild. I don't like it long term because I think it's crazy that you can't build team chemistry.
I don't like the transfer portal in general, but if
Yeah.
you're going to have it, just say screw it and make it fun.
And it's definitely entertaining.
Yeah. That's all I have.
Yeah, we'll wrap there. Be back next week. I'm Greg.
I'm Meg. Good night.